I'm showing that I'm live, guys. I'm doing my own theme music. Bum, 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 bum. Hello, 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 and welcome. I'm so happy to be here, and I'm excited to have you guys here. My name is Ebony, and I am a career personal chef, health, holistic health, food coach, and the owner of Your Choice Health Inc. Guys, I'm so happy to have you here. And as you guys pile in and file into the room, I encourage you all to go ahead and go to the chat, greet each other. Hello, hello, hello. How are you today? And also, you can include if there are any health situations that are a focus for you. These are things we want to make sure we can address with food, okay? And I want to get to some of your concerns being here live today, okay? Bump, 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 bump. Anywho, with my little theme music to the side, let's go ahead and get on into it. Now, I'm going to still allow a few more seconds for people to file in. Howdy do, howdy day. Hey, hey. Again, if you're just filing in, my name is Ebony, your holistic health and wellness food coach and owner of Your Choice Health Inc. Guys, yes, okay, okay. We are definitely here to address you guys. Okay, so we're specifically talking about these beautiful professional women, as I am myself. You are a focus for me personally, and one of our focuses here at Whole, excuse me, here at Your Choice Health Inc. Okay, and I wanted to address some of the common health challenges that we may have being in middle age. We have children to look after. We may have already taken on the task of taking care of our parents, or it's soon to come. In between all of that, we may have our spouses we need to take care of, or just tend to be available for. And in all that, we tend to push ourselves to place. So here we're going to go ahead and bump us up to first place, guys. Here at Your Choice Health Inc., you are empowered to live your best self, your best health, which is the greatest wealth any of us can ever have. Okay, so that is definitely our focus with today. Some of the things that some of the health situations that or challenges rather, I should say, that we are faced with are chronic diseases such as diabetes, heart disease. It is prevalent in us ladies. It's a high statistic. Lordy, where's my lips? Obesity. All right. We also have conditions due to lack of physical activity, high stress. Okay. All of these can be assisted along with mind body practices. For example, yoga, meditation. Trust, I will go on. But other things that we face are hormonal changes. Menopause, if you haven't already had any of those symptoms, they may be on the way. Okay. Perimenopause. These are all real things, and they can bring physical and emotional changes in middle-aged women. Holistic health practices can support your it can assist your balance of your hormones. Acupuncture, herbal remedies, and of course, back down to your diet. The foods we put in our mouths every day definitely have an effect there. And that's where I come in. That's my lane. What else we can address? Some of the issues that we have as middle aged women. Mental health issues. Again, we put ourselves in the back burner, and it's time to be on the top of the list, because without our well-being, without us being okay, without us taking care of ourselves, we can't take care of or be there for anyone else. I want you guys to remember that, okay? So, mental health is definitely a focus. Uh, Things like anxiety and depression, high rates of stress. Women of color, we take on way witness, testimony, real talk. We take on way too much, way too much. And so, those high levels of stress have a negative effect on our health. So we need to definitely address that, guys. Support groups, stress reduction techniques, self care practices, counseling. These types of things assist us through these things, these situations, and there is support for you. We also have our cultural and social factors. Now, there are cultural beliefs or social determinants of health and systematic inequalities. They can impact our health outcomes. It's just simply that. It's true, it exists, and we no longer have to stuff it down. There is evidence of it, and we get to acknowledge that and address those factors to put ourselves back at the top of the list. And if you have never been at the top of the list, baby, push yourself there. You are priority in your life. So, what do we get to do here? I personally, I want to connect with you guys because this is my heart's desire. I know that I've been through a journey of my own. I've assisted others with their own journeys. And with that, definitely, I am not alone. We are not alone. That's why Your Choice Health Inc. even exists in the first place. I started off my journey with food since forever ago. It's just been something that's been a part of my life. And I grew up in a loving family. However, my dad, my beautiful stepdad, my bonus dad, um, throughout my life, I watched him eat himself to death, suffering from complications and setbacks due to diabetes, having congestive heart failure, in and out of the hospital, just the whole nine. And okay, we weren't well off money wise. So then that took an additional strain to things, adding on additional stress to himself as well as my mother for money and such. Like these things definitely affect your entire family, guys. I just want y'all to recognize that. But that was a part of my history and a part of my journey. And as I came into my 20s and ended up being a college dropout, I had to come to conclusion as to what am I going to do with my life. And we know for sure that healthcare, people are going to need you. Taking care of children, people are going to need you. And where else? Food. So I went to culinary school initially to learn how to cook anything and everything, to always be a need to whoever. And with the history that I just explained to you all and wanting to do better for myself, nutrition was definitely another one of my major focuses. I can just recall back to being about 9, 10 years old, and I put myself on a diet. I didn't like the way my body was. I didn't want to go down the same route that I saw people around me going. And so I remember making little signs, no more fat food for me, my chant. I want to be skinny. Guys, this ongoing battle back and forth with food, not necessarily having a great relationship, that affected me throughout my lifetime. And well into my 20s, I plumped up to about a size 22. Uh, Self esteem was not there. Allergies, just what's seasonal, constant. Um, Migraines was a real thing for me. And in my teenage years, I developed an autoimmune disease and also cysts in my ovaries and just all of these things happening with my health. And generally, I'm a healthy person. So, what's going on there? Having gone through life stuff, still within the field of culinary arts, I chose to become a personal chef. I felt like that would be the best route for me. And in that, I took on my nutrition instruction wholeheartedly. I wanted to take it home. I wanted to transform myself, my body, my family. Like let's hang on to this information. Let's use this. Unfortunately, my stepdad did pass away from the congestive heart failure complications and such. So I was never able to implement it for him. However, I was able to implement that information and education and experience that I gained to myself and my future clients. So I got into my first kitchen, and for a few years, actually, I was a personal chef to a jewelry store owner. He also was a weightlifter and he was a vegetarian his entire life. He was first generation Indian. So I was able to learn firsthand how to prepare authentic Indian foods. And guys, if you know Indian food, that's a skill, that's a talent, that's whew. And if you don't, please look, do your Yelp, do whatever, find your top-notch Indian restaurants and be willing to give it a taste, give it a try. There's such explosion of flavor within Indian food and cooking techniques that once you eat something, you're going to go through a whole dance and journey of flavor because of the technique of how they layer the flavors in your food. So, just saying that I was able to learn firsthand. As well as that, I was able to have access, to spices and different flavorings, herbs and spices, and learning how to use them within my food, as along with learning the benefits that they hold, packed with nutrients. My main go to, if it's nutrient dense, we're going to have it in our dishes, okay? On top of that, my client was obsessed with no fat and everything healthy. So I tracked his micronutrients, I tracked his macronutrients. His entire meal plan was laid out, breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Details, 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 neatly in his kitchen, clean up, what have you. It was the whole 9 yards. He he was engaged. And so when married, I wasn't of much need anymore. So I was able to move on to my next client, and so gratefully so, beautiful, beautiful woman who busy full-time entrepreneur and also was working, and she was married, and just all of the full-time life stuff that we have going on. And unfortunately, she came down. I don't know how else to phrase this, but she was diagnosed with leukemia. Devastating. Okay. And to know that you would have to get on medicines to fight that leukemia and the things that the medicines will do to you, they don't just eat at the cancerous cells, they eat at the good parts too. And she came to me desperate to maintain and sustain her life while still fighting off this disgusting illness. And short of the long, guys, to say, it didn't take long at all, to be honest with you. My cooking techniques and cooking for her and working with her, as well as the holistic practices she developed over that short 3 months, she was in remission. She's still in remission today. Okay, this was 5 years ago. Actually, was it a little more, a little less? 5 years ago. Okay, amazing results. From there, my entire heart just swelled up. I am on the right path. You know what else said I was on the right path? Throughout this time of helping my clients, I was slowly absorbing those same practices and foods. And what happened? No more allergies. I can be with a dog now. A cat can be around and I'm not, oh my God. No more cysts. No flare ups from my autoimmune disease. I lost, I don't know how many pounds because it was hard to keep track with what was going on. But I can tell you this, ladies, size 22, I got down to a 12, 14. Guys, what does that mean? That means like a 2X to a small medium. Yeah, yeah, doing that. And it was mainly through food. Some regular activities because, yes, I'm cooking, so I'm on my feet on the regular, but food. Food was the culprit to all these beautiful changes. So I had to share this with you guys. I went on to help people with diabetes. And though that relationship didn't last as long as I would have liked, even for him to have liked, money became an issue. But guys, I got that sauce. Oh my goodness. I was also able to help an ex-cancer patient. Not, I shouldn't even say that like that, but she used to suffer from cancer as well. Maintain, sustain, beautiful health, nothing that would flare up anything. We have had beautiful results over here. So I had to share that with everyone. I had to let everybody know that this is possible for you. So that's why I asked you earlier to put down the health situations that you may be facing at this time, keeping open to the possibility that healing naturally is there, open to the understanding and possibilities that you no longer need your medications. It's possible. Also, just open to the understanding and possibility that you can have support with these things when you approach and have the right professionals or just people on your team. So, with all that said, I want you guys to understand what holistic means because I Sometimes we get a little lost in translation. So I have had questions asked to me. So is this vegan, plant based? What is all this? And I'm like, I'm holistic. The reason why I don't work with the word vegan too much, vegan to me points more so directly to leafy green vegetation. Don't get me wrong, there is nothing wrong with leafy green vegetation. However, that is not the entire focus all of the time. Um, Plant based kind of gets used a little willy nilly. So it's kind of difficult for me to stick with that particular term, especially since I am a from scratch chef. So everything is made from scratch. If it requires soaking, it will be soaked, not taken from a can. Okay. Um, if anything is preserved in any way, it's probably because it's frozen or because you were able to can it at home. So, holistic is what comes to mind when it comes to my practices as well as the way that I cook. I want to bring up to you what the exact definition I have for you for holistic. Being holistic is keeping in mind the entire person. This is a mind, body, soul involvement. Okay. There is no one without the other. This is not separating your symptom from the cause. We don't want to put a band aid on a gaging, a huge gaping wound. Okay. So that is the focus there. And recognizing that the practices that we take on, the environment that we are in, the state of our mind and well being, as well as the foods that we take in or don't take in, how we hydrate ourselves, how we focus on self care. All of these things are a well rounded approach to ensuring your health is optimal. I'm searching for my exact words as to what it is that I wanted to say because our optimal health is the focus here. Nutrient density is the focus here. One thing that I like to point out, which one of my mentors has, is that when it comes to food, I think we're mistaken as to what food is. The purpose of our food is to deliver those micronutrients into our body. Our bodies are systems of systems. Those systems need those micronutrients. So, whether that's those vitamins, those minerals, the things we're not even necessarily seeing when we look at food, the things that's on the back of the label that we tend to ignore or even just misinterpret, that's what the food really is to our body. Our bodies translate it differently than what our taste buds do, our eyes or our mind does, because we've all been trained to believe. I'm trying to think of an example. Eggs. Eggs aren't necessarily the food. The omega 3s you can get from the eggs, that's the food. The cholesterol within the yolk of the egg, that's the food. So that's the focus when it comes to holistic food and focuses on your well being. Now, what does that mean for why you are here? I wanted you to know, and I want you to recognize what is available to you. You don't have to go through a journey alone when it comes to correcting whatever your issues are, or even having an understanding as to what can be done to help you out. or to correct the situation, or to get on the other side of this thing. We have these before and after thoughts. So let me bring you to your before, which is where you possibly are right now. Feeling bloated, not feeling comfortable in your own skin, let alone your own clothes, not being able to run with the kids, still having to redirect what it is that you're going to be doing with your day, wearing in your day, whatever your dream goal is on your weight, that bomb outfit that you just know you should be able to rock, but haven't been able to just yet. To not have to be on medication for high blood pressure, for other issues that require medication. You can squash that bill. You can stay off of that regimen and put that time to something else. Guys, it is possible, and it's here available for you when you're ready to take it on, I should say, take it on and get on to the first step, your next step to healing. I have something I want to offer you: my space, my time, my attention, and an entire team and community to push you to your best health and your best self. So let me list out in detail for you what I am offering. Now, with this, it's so detailed, guys. Of course, a lot of it I can remember on my heart, but I have to look at my list here because it gets down to detail. What we're able to do now with tracking, okay? You don't know where you're going if you don't know where you've been, or at least the steps that are coming up next. So we're able to track workouts, nutrition, your fitness targets, your progress with photos. We have a mobile app, guys. And through your Fitbit, we're able to integrate everything and keep track of your body's weight, your resting heart rate, calories, macros, meal diaries, so on and so forth. We're able to rehabilitate your cabinets and refrigerators, okay? Because we have a group session that you go right into from the beginning, making sure that what is in your refrigerator is what you need to be there, and what doesn't need to be there is X'd out. If you don't have that temptation to go in there and find something you don't need to eat, it makes it all that much more easier. Okay. You also get to rehabilitate your relationship with food. Okay. This is a relationship thing. We're able to reestablish our relationship with ourselves, with self love sessions, because where our mind frame is where our bodies will be. We can't talk down about ourselves. Our brains don't know the difference if we're joking. We were just, no, 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 no. It still takes it in. So, any of that negative talk, we want to erase that. We want to work off of positive mind frame and states of being. So, we will have sessions addressing and attacking that. So, our relationship with food, our relationships with ourselves, our self love definitely is attacked in this program. You are also provided with, if you know, you're also provided with your meal plans. Now, you can go ahead and book a little time with me. We can go ahead and get you a meal plan right here, right now. One of my freebies, if you go to yochoinc.com/freebie, you're able to get your own personalized meal plan, which will attack whichever health situation you mark off in that form. Okay, so that is a freebie I have for you. But within the program, you get the ongoing meal plans. Okay, because if you don't plan for eating, you can prepare for illness. I'm just saying. It's not going to be here right now, right smack dab today, unless you just choke on the food. But it's going to come. It adds up. No question about it. Our meal plans, we can eat. We can eat. The meal plans will get you to your goals, but we also have our 3 times a month sessions. These sessions help prepare you for meal preparation, meal prepping, as well as exercises like canning your foods or even what to look out for within the foods we have. Sometimes it's labeled healthy and it just is not. Sometimes we thought that was healthy and then all of a sudden that came off of the healthy list. So we were able to address that on a regular basis so that it's not something that just springs up on you. Also, there are messages directly to you, and you can directly message your coach and or your trainers. Within this, there's coaching for both food as well as for physical fitness, okay? In our, what's the word I'm looking for? Not comprehensive, but in our app, you're able to be in direct communication regularly with your trainer as well as with your coach, ensuring that you are directly on top of your goals. And if you're struggling anywhere, you have support. Also, the daily yoga sessions. I got a little excited about there when I when I just looked at that. This is a beautiful, beautiful addition because daily practice will make this a daily habit, which will make this a lifestyle for you. Okay, that change in habit and making this a lifestyle will ensure that this will be something that stays with you from here on out. No falling off. In addition to those yoga sessions, we have regular meditation sessions back to our mind, body, spirit in alignment. We have our meditation sessions to keep you there, to keep you on focus, to keep you in peace. Lord, peace is precious. Next, we also have VIP upgrades. Okay, so Your Choice Health has quarterly summits. In our quarterly summits, we get the information, inspiration, motivation, tools. We get all of this from the experts. So, all of your MDs, right there, you get to talk to your doctors, dietitians, nutritionists, all of the experts are there to provide you with all of the expertise, again, inspiration, motivation, all of that free of charge. You get to go to the VIP sector free of charge, which also provides you with your tools for success right within the program. So, no worries there. Every quarter, you're able to be pumped full of information and love and support from the experts, no doubt. And last but not least, access to on demand coaching. Okay. Things come up, life happens. And let me tell you, from getting my butt down to 12, 14, life happening, plumping me right back up to about an 18. And I'm on my journey right back down. Life happens, okay? And we understand that over here. So, therefore, you have access to coaching on demand. Let us know. Shoot us an email, shoot us a message. And as I stated before, within our app, you are able to access us. Send us a message. Let us know what is needed from you. So, if in that moment we're in between checking in with you, you can check in with us. And we will be happy to be of support to you. So all these things are available. There's so much more. Book a call with me. We can get this in for you. Our next sessions start again on the 16th of July. I hope to have you all starting then and joining in with the group on our session starting July 16th this year. And for that, I want to say love and peace, guys. Any interest in this program or any other support that we can provide here at Your Choice Health Inc., we are open to it. So comment below, send us an email, shout out. We're available on Facebook, LinkedIn, of course, here on YouTube. You can find us anytime. We do have a small presence in other spaces, but those are our main ways that you can reach us. Our number here is 872-762-4105. And the email is contact@yochoinc.com. You're going to see all that information down in the description box below. If you aren't reaching out right now at this second during this live session, feel free to reach out to us at any time. We're happy to help you. We're here to serve you. With that, guys, love and peace. I was happy to have you here, and I'm happy to be of service. Love and peace. Live well, eat well, take care of yourselves and all the beautiful loved ones around you. With that, now here's the other part too. This is my first live, so just letting you know that, trying to find my off button here. But I love you guys. Peace.